Hey everyone, welcome back to Good New Garage. I figured I'd do another video for you guys. I'm going to be installing some Aces Racing 4-point harnesses for my 2021 Kawasaki Teryx 4. We got these off of Amazon. I've heard a lot of good reviews about them. Seen a lot of people installing them, so I figured we'd test it out and see how they work. So I'm going to start by figuring out how I'm going to install these on the rear seats. So stay tuned. Alright, so here they are. Here's our Aces Racing 4-point harness. Again, we bought a 2-pack off of Amazon. It's kind of a universal fit, I guess. I figure we're going to start with the back here, doing the back seats first. Before we move on, I've seen a couple different ways that people have installed them. I think I'm going to try something a little bit different and see if it works better or works better for what we're trying to do. So all right, we're going to start and see how it goes. So as you can see, I already started installing them on the other side. I actually think I'm going to change it up from the way I did it over there. So I didn't film any of that, but I kind of don't like the way it is, so I'm going to change it up. So I figured I'd start filming this side first to see if I want to change it up to this specific style I'm going to do right here. So I'm going to start right now. Obviously, remove the seat. We got 4 10mm bolts right here to hold the seat bracket down. I'm going to take those out, and then back here we have 8mm. There's 2 up here, and then down here where you can't really see is another 2. That's why you kind of have to remove the whole assembly to get everything out. I don't, my hands aren't that small to get down there, so it's not too bad when I did it on the other side, but it's still kind of a pain. But we'll go and start taking things apart. All right, so I got the seat out, all the bolts out, the seat removed. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is actually a center point right here is where both harness connections for the uprights come up. I think I'm going to do a 1 single point. My other one over there, I did 2 individual ones, and I just don't think it's going to work out with the design of the seat and stuff. So I'm just going to do one more, 1 single point right there. So I'm going to get installing that. We'll see how it goes. All right, so now that I got the back situated, everything's all tight there. I'm going to look at the attaching the lower lap belts. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side. Is I'm just going to mount it to the existing seat belt mount down there. The bolt's long enough. I did it on the other side. It seemed like everything tightened up and it was good. I'll do the same thing over here. Attach the other lap belt to that bolt right there, and that should secure both bottom lap belts in and be good and strong. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. All right, so these ones right here, I'm going to be removing this bolt right here to this seatbelt harness. This one is actually a 17 millimeter. And this one over here, I'm going to be removing that one. This one's a 19 millimeter. As you can tell, I already have a middle jump seat that was installed after we bought it. And so it's actually, there's a nut on the back too, and there's a nut behind this that's tack welded to the bracket. So that one's kind of a pain in the butt to get, but I'm going to start getting those out, and then we'll get the lap belts attached, and you can see from there. So obviously my socket won't fit in here, so I'm just going to end up using some wrenches on this. It's just easier to get in there. So All right, so finally, after struggling with that, got both of those tight. There, that one in there. Everything should be good to go now, so I'm going to start putting the frame, securing that. Actually, you have to put the seat in first and then tighten down the frame. Ask me how I know that. Only done it half a dozen times, so I'm going to get the seat on first and then attach the frame, and we'll see how everything fits and snugs up. All right, so I got all the 8mm bolts into the seat to mount it up to the bracket. Now I just got to go and put the 10mm bolts and get the bracket all situated, and then we should be good to go. I'll put the seat cover on and we'll see how this fits. All right, so it's actually the next morning. I ran out of daylight last night. It got late and couldn't really see that well, so decided to finish it up this morning. So that's the final product. I haven't adjusted the lap belts or the shoulder straps or anything like that, but that's just a rough idea of how it fits. I actually really like this better than the other way. I had the other seat, so as you can see, it's just on one mounting point right there. Fits nice on the shoulders and stuff. I had my younger son sitting there and it seemed pretty good, so I think we're gonna call that good. And I really think this is going to be a nice setup here. I really like these straps. Like I said, Aces Racing seems like a really good product. We're going to test it out soon and do some riding. So thanks again, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment down below if you would do something different, or what your opinions are on this. Appreciate it. Hey guys, just wanted to give you actually one final update. So we ended up ordering 2 more of the Aces Racing 4-point harnesses, and I got all of them installed. And I set them all up the same exact way. And we also ended up getting the back strap ties there too from those as our Aces Racing as well. Did that on all of them. Ended up switching all of them to that single point connection, and I think it's gonna work real well. So just wanted to give you guys an update before I closed out this video. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And once we do some riding, we'll let you know how they feel. I have a feeling they're pretty comfortable. I sat in and adjusted mine, and it looked pretty good so far. So time will tell. I'll let you know as soon as we do some riding. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate it. So I want to do one final update here that I forgot about. This is a SEATBELT safety interlock plug that if you have a Kawasaki Teryx, you'll need to purchase if you're using the 4-point harness setup. Because it won't let you drive the machine over 5 miles an hour if you don't have it plugged in, or if the factory seatbelt isn't plugged in. So it's actually less like a safety jumper that goes in there that allows you to use the aftermarket 4-point harnesses and stuff. So I can't remember exactly where we got it. I will put that all down in the description with the part number and where we purchased it and stuff, so you guys can check it out. But again, I don't know on other models. I just know on the Kawasaki Teryx you'll need this if you're going to use an aftermarket style seatbelt. So all the information will be down in the description, and I hope this helps everyone out.